gonna go with a gothic, not heroin. I need my assured, no candy yum yum, no half and half, no flat out fabulous. It'll be the last one I channel. I hope you're all well and okay. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is HOBstudio, and if you're returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're just passing by. It will mean so much to us. So today's video is just a makeup tutorial of this pretty look that I have on. So as Eid is coming, you know, it's around the corner, and I wanted to help you guys with a look that you can rock on Eid to take those selfies and those pictures to post on the gram. So, yeah, so if you want to see how I achieved this look, keep on watching. But guys, before you go ahead with the video, just hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. It doesn't cost nothing, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I do upload. But in the meantime, stay safe and look after yourself. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. So this is me with my bare face, and as I went to do my brows, I realized that I've got some ingrowing hair, so I'm just tidying up my eyebrows so the brows will come out perfect. So I'm using my Precisely My Brow by Benefit Cosmetics, my favorite pencil, because it's so precise and it just does the job. So I'm outlining the brows, and I'm just going to add hair-like strokes just to make it look very natural. So we're still on the brows. I keep looking at the mirror. Don't know why. So as you guys can see, the brows are very nice and neat, and this is just by using the Precisely My Brow pencil. And I'm gonna go ahead with my concealer palette by MAC, and I'm using the lighter shade on that palette. So mine is dark, I think, deep dark. So just be very careful with tidying up the brows with the concealer to avoid wiping out your brows. So once you do the concealer, just blend it coming down. You can take it all the way down to the eyes because you're going to need it on the eye as a base anyways. So now, as you can see, I'm blending concealer on my eyelid as a base, and I'm going by my JUVIAS Place palette. Sorry, I'm just like... so I'm using the brown as a transition color. Just sweep it backwards, and I'm using my Morphe 350, again a very natural palette, so it's got really nice colors. Again, I'm using a brown on that palette just to make the transition color very defined, and I'm using my Pillows base just to cut the crease because we're going with a cut crease look. Very simple, very natural, and this will match any outfit for Eid. So make sure you have a really flat and sharp brush so you can cut your crease nice and perfect. So you really need a steady hand for this. As you guys can see, I'm being very careful so that I get the right cut crease that I'm looking for. I'm not going to take it all the way, it's just half. Again, I've gone back to the 350 palette by Morphe, and I'm using that kind of like a white champagne color just to put it all over the lid. So as you guys can see, I'm just tapping it very gently, and I'm using that mocha brown just to add it in the middle. Because as you guys can see from the outer corner, it's like dark, and as I'm going in, it's like medium and then light. So I'm going to add a little bit of glitter just to add that pop on the lid. So I'm using my glitter by Barry M and my Fix Gel glue from Amazon. So just be very gentle with the glitter. As you know, glitter goes all over the place if you're not being careful with it. So you just tap it on the lid very gently, not all over, just in the inner corner. So again, I'm going with the really dark brown just to smoke out the outer corner and make it just look very pretty. And I'm going ahead to use my Wet n Wild liquid liner just to add just to wing it out. So I decided to add eyeliner. I don't usually do eyeliner, but with this look I thought I needed to add a little bit of a wing. So again, you have to be careful. So we go ahead and apply lashes. A look is not complete without lashes. So I'm using Paris by HOBstudio. So this is by us. It's very pretty, very full, but not too dramatic. Can you guys see how it just completes the look? So we're going to go ahead, add my primer by The Ordinary, and just make sure you just blend it out with your fingers. And I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite foundation, the NARS Natural Radiant, and my shade is Namibia. And I'm using my Real Technique buffing brush to blend out all the foundation. So blending is key, as I always say. Make sure you blend, blend, blend. There's no magic to a flawless look. All you need to do is blend. And if you want those pictures to pop on the gram for this Eid, make sure you blend. So as you guys probably know, I like to do this step. So I'm using my Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation. I think it's in Clove or Sand. I'm not too sure, but I'll list it down. So just to brighten up the area under my eye and literally all over before I go ahead and highlight and contour. So yes, I like to apply foundation on my lips so it's all the same shade. And I'm using my sponge as well to make sure everything's blended. I'm using my MAC concealer in NC45 just to apply all the areas that I'm going to highlight under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, forehead, and on my chin. And I'm using my Revolution Conceal and Correct, I think in the shade 18, just to contour. So this is cream contouring. This is optional, especially if you're a beginner. I would just stick to the powder because with the cream contouring, it needs to be perfect. Like the blending has to be on point. Otherwise, when you take pictures, it just looks wrong or no level. I'm just being silly. And I'm using my pre-damped sponge already to blend out all the concealer. So avoid using a dry sponge. So always make sure that the sponge is damp, and this way it helps you achieve like a flawless finish. So I'm using a very flat brush just to blend out all the concealer that I use to contour. So that's the dark concealer that you guys can see that I've placed on the areas that needs to be contoured and make makes us look slimmer. So yeah, so make sure that it's blended very well as well. So as you can see, I'm starting with the brush, but I'm still gonna go ahead with the sponge again. Yeah, with a buffing brush, just to make sure that everything is well blended. As I like my under eye to be much brighter than any other area, so I'm going ahead with my Maybelline Fit Me, I think in the shade 10, just to brighten under my eyes. Yeah, I want those eyes to, like, under the eye to just, you know, be out there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using my Pixi Glow Mist just to spray before I go ahead and set my concealer. So as you can see, I'm not baking, I'm just setting the areas that I've highlighted, and I'm using Laura Mercier translucent powder in, I think it's the clear one, not sure, we'll write it in the description box. So just go ahead and then press it into your skin. So you just want to set the areas, but not baking, because I prefer to do this most times, unless if I was to go like the whole day and you want the makeup like to stay in put, then I would say go ahead and bake, especially if it's Eid and you're going to be cooking, you're going to be doing the barbecue and everything, so maybe you might need to set it. But yeah, just make sure you apply it on all the areas that you've applied the lighter concealer. I'm using my Hoola Toasted by Benefit to contour the areas that I've applied the cream concealer. So this is a powder contour. So if you're a beginner, just stick to a powder contour. It doesn't matter which one you have, but just make sure that it's darker than, yeah, 3 shades maybe darker than you. So yeah, again, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it on all the areas that I've added the dark, and I'm using my All Nighter by Urban Decay just to set my makeup, and I'm applying a black liner on my waterline. This helps to just make your eye pop, and I'm using this beautiful blush and bronze palette by Benefit. Unfortunately, they don't do it anymore, but you can buy them individually, so they still have the shades individually, but not as a set. You know, just smile when you're adding that blush. Just give us a smile. You see? And I'm gonna line my lips with a eyebrow pencil. So this is by MUA. It's £1. So it's like a dark brown. Because I can't find my Chestnut by MAC for the life of me, so I've misplaced it.